Christina Brown here with the Brown team at Sage Door Realty. And have you ever wondered how your credit score affects buying a home? Does it affect? How much of an effect? Well, let's talk about it. It absolutely affects your ability to secure a mortgage or what those terms will look like for you. So let's figure out why. Well, first of all, your credit score will directly impact the rate that you get, the loan options you have, the down payment that you might be required to come up with, because when they are looking at your credit score, that is a snapshot of how financially responsible you are. So they are looking at that credit score because it shows that if you have a higher credit score, it is usually because you're paying your payments on time, you are not behind on anything, you aren't maxed out on your cards, so you are using the credit that you have available in a wise, good way. So you're being responsible, hence you have a higher credit score. Of course, the opposite is true. So if you come up with a lower credit score, that means either you're maxed out, you're missing payments, your payments are late, you might be struggling financially, overextended, or you're just not spending your money well and using that credit wisely. So that just gives that lender a snapshot. How does that affect your interest rate? Well, remember, the lender is the one lending you the money, therefore it is their money that you are asking to borrow. So they get to create all of the rules and requirements and can really control what your options might be, because they are calculating the risk of lending you this money. How likely are they to get their money back if they lend it to you? They don't want to be in the hole and not get paid. So that's what they're looking at. They're calculating that risk. On your interest rate, I calculated using a mortgage calculator on a $300,000 purchase. You would have a rate based on your credit score. So if I compared what does a 7% interest rate look like versus a 6.5% interest rate look like for that $300,000 purchase, it equates to about $100 more per month for you on that home, just simply in that 0.5% difference in interest rate. So $100 a month over 30 years is 360 payments. Therefore, it comes out to about $36,000 more that you are paying for that same property in principal and interest, just simply because your credit isn't as great as maybe it could or should be. So of course, that's a lot of money. Get that credit up. It's going to get you that better interest rate. But that's not the only effect that your credit score has on you purchasing that home and what you're going to get as far as options available to your mortgage. It's going to affect what loan options you have. You might have fewer options with a lower credit score. The higher your credit score, the better it is. You're going to have more options and maybe even a lower down payment requirement. Maybe it will alleviate or help with some of that mortgage insurance cost. So it does affect a lot of things. Working on your credit is absolutely important. It will get you the best rate, best loan options, and even down payment options. I looked it up online for mortgages specifically, and this is just for mortgages. Anything below 640 is poor or low. That does not mean if your credit score is below 640 that you can't get a loan. That just means you're going to be more limited in options. You're going to pay a higher interest rate, okay? The fair range is between 680 to 699. That's going to get you even better rates, better options. And then what's considered good, which will really get you really good rates, is between 700 and 749. And excellent is anything 740 and above. And that will absolutely open the door. Work on that credit, get it up. If you have questions about your credit score or what mortgages you could qualify for, reach out. There are options out there. There are first-time homebuyer options and all of those things. But do your best, be financially responsible, and you will set yourself up for success when it comes to buying a home. Have a great day.